Hello and welcome back. Back home from Skye now. Last weekend I decided to get away for a couple of days. You've seen part one of the trip already. Part two is slightly different. I'll talk you through a couple of the images I took up the Quiraing. The reason for that is I didn't record it, I didn't vlog it because of the weather. The wind at the top of there was pretty high, so all you would have got was wind noise. So I decided just to take the photos. Part 2 also sees me leaving Skye. On the way out of Skye, as you pass over a bridge, about 10 minutes down the road you come to a really nice castle. And that castle I took from a different perspective, a different composition than what I did last time I was there. A few years ago, and I prefer this time. There's also a bridge that you pass, and I decided to creep under the bridge and take an image that is not typically what I would take. We'll see if you like it. So this image here was my first location, my first morning. As you get to this location you climb up and then you come back down the other side. You come down, it's pretty steep and it's quite treacherous actually. If you build up momentum there you won't stop, and at the end it's a cliff and it's about 150-foot cliff, so you don't want to be building up momentum if you do go there. Take your time walking down because it will ruin your day. So this shot, I was blown away when the sun started coming up and then I could see that landscape in front of me. I was gobsmacked. The light was perfect. I got a really decent image, and I really like this composition. Down on the right hand side there, we've got a little lock. I think just kind of anchors the image because it is quite weighted to the left. But I think it's a balanced image. I like the contrast in the colours in this image as well. The way the light's bouncing off these peaks is beautiful, and it doesn't always happen. It doesn't happen often, so when it does, it's quite special to grab it. You could use a zoom lens, you could use any lens you've got, really. Any focal length you've got, you'd get something here. Now this was the only composition I took of this because it was so windy and I was absolutely freezing. I wish I'd spent a little bit more time up there and got the zoom lens out, because I think we could have got something else quite special, but I'll leave that for our next trip. In the background there you can see the famous Quiraing with its little spike. I'll show you a few images of that. When I walked up and the weather was very different. After the sunrise left us, the rain moved in and it never stopped. It chucked it down, so I also didn't vlog that either because everything just got wet. I was soaked to the skin. So let me know what you think about this image. For me, this image is the image of the trip, and I really like it, and this makes it worthwhile. Please leave me a comment if you like the images, or you've been up there yourself and you think there's a nicer place to take an image, then let me know, and next time I'm up there I'll be sure to go and have a look at it. Right, over to me in the car. See you in a bit. Just left Skye. I was driving down the road, see a little sign for woodland walks, so I pulled up. Never been here before. I'm quite interested to just go and have a little walk and see if there's anything there. It's still raining. I'm not expecting anything decent in here. It's really just to stretch the legs off, and I'll take the camera just in case. It's been quite a decent trip. You'll have seen my images so far. I haven't. I've only seen them on the back of the screen of the camera. There's a big difference between what you see on the back of the screen and what you actually see on the monitor when you get them home. I think it's been alright. I think it's been worthwhile. And it's nice to go back and revisit these places if you've been there before. And then scout new locations. So I've never been up to Quiraing. Today was the first day I decided to go up there, and it was worth it. Found some great locations, I think, some great compositions. The problem you've got with a beautiful place like that is everybody goes there. Everybody takes that camera, so it's very hard to try and find a unique composition that somebody else hasn't already got. I don't know if I've achieved it. Some of the images that I've took I haven't really seen many of. Some of them I've took the iconic image just to document the fact that I've been there. I've also scouted a few different locations and a few different compositions while I've been up in Skye for when Tony and I come back. You haven't seen much of Tony. You've only really seen Tony in the introduction to the channel. Tony runs his own business, and this is his busy time of the year, so hopefully you'll see him in a good few months. He's a busy man and he's always in demand. He is very disappointed he couldn't make this trip, as am I. Hopefully we've got some images though that he'll like, and once I tell him about the new locations, he'll be excited to come on the next trip. Right, let's stop waffling on. Let's get in this wood, stretch your legs off. That's me back from the woodland walk. I didn't take any photos. Got the camera out, lined up a few compositions, but the lighting wasn't right, so I just decided to not bother. Good location though. I'll come back next time I come up this way with Tony. Probably need to hit this area maybe mid-morning so the sun's right. And it's really quite nice in there. You've got all different kinds of trees, old gnarly oaks covered in moss, moss rocks and paths and stuff like that. But it doesn't look the same if the lighting's not right. So that one's in the bank for next time as a definite visit. I think what I'll do now is have a brew and get washed up and get things cleaned up and whatnot, and then I'm going to head south maybe 10-15 minutes till I come to Eldonnan Castle. And what I want to do there is they turn the lights on at night time, and it's quite nice. I don't know if I'm going to wait till night time, but I'll certainly line up a composition and try and get an image of it. And if it's a really strong image, what I probably will do is just wait around till kind of twilight, and then they turn them exterior lights on. It lights the castle up really quite nice. It's a really famous castle in Scotland. It's nice. I have got it before, composition wasn't right, and it's a tourist magnet, so this time of night it should be alright, it should be quite clear of any wandering folk in your compositions and walking over the bridge and whatnot. I've got a little robin just sat down beside me, singing away. I don't know if you can hear it. I don't know if I move, if he'll fly away, but what I'll do is try and turn the camera around just so we can see it. Okay, next time you see me, I should be at Eldon. Getting tired now. Getting tired. Need a nice warm shower and a nice comfy bed. Right, stop moaning, let's go on. Excuse any of the noise or the echo. So I've just shot Eldon Castle, which is just behind you. I was getting packed up. And I've seen obviously the bridge that goes across and runs parallel with the Eldon Castle there. I just wanted to try something different. I could see that you could get to the underneath of it. This isn't going to be to everybody's taste. Don't know if I'll like the image. But what I'm essentially doing is I've got the camera slap bang in the middle of the bridge. I've got a 17 to 40 L series Canon lens on there. I've got a 10 stop ND filter on the front of it, and all I'm doing is making the exposure as long as possible. So at the minute, car noise is going over. So at the minute I'm down to 30 seconds. It is quite dark down here. Opened the aperture right up to 4, f4, ISO 100, and that's giving me 30 seconds. I've done a range of different apertures from f11 all the way down to f4. f4 seems to be the kind of nicest, because with the f4 it's giving me the underneath of the bridges kind of lighten up a wee bit more. It was really quite dark because the exposure time wasn't long enough. But I'm not keen on putting it onto bulb mode and taking it over 30 seconds. To be honest, I probably might be better with my Tamron lens on rather than the Canon lens. There you go, that's what I've got. I ain't going back to the car to get the other lens. Eldon Castle, really bog standard composition. I was on a slip, a boat slip, and I was careful because I didn't want the top of the castle to break over the mountain, but if I did, it would need to be a lot over the mountain because I don't want it to compete. So I've done a few different things. I started with the Tamron 24 to 70. They're all slow shutter. I think I did a couple at the start there just to get a ripple effect in the water in case I quite like it. And again, I went through a range of different settings. When I put the images up, I'll be sure to put the settings up there and so you can see them. But again, 10 stop filter on it, smoothed out that water as much as I could. There was light hitting the back of the mountains, which was quite nice because it was just giving us that little bit of separation. And then at one point there was light on the castle. Usually when I come to Eldon Castle, the water's low, and it's never really excited me before. So I'm hoping this image will be quite nice. I also got some with the 70 to 200. And all I was really aiming for was just to bring the castle a bit closer to me. But every shot I took with that was with an ND 10 stop filter. Usually I use the Square Lee 10 stop filters. But years ago I bought 2 circular ND filters, Hoya ones, and it's been that long since I've used them, so I thought I'll give it a try and see what results I get. You can't go wrong with the Lee 10 stop. Don't know if I'll regret it when I get home that I haven't used the best glass that I've got. But sometimes you just got to take your chances. Right, anyways, enough waffling. See what you think of the bridge and the castle. Tell me your thoughts down below. Right, that's me finished at El Donin. The plan now is, I think I'll drive to Glencoe. It's quite a drive, and it'll be pitch black by the time I get there. I don't know where I'll park for the night, but I'll find somewhere. What would finish this trip off would be a nice clear Skye night in Glencoe, and I could maybe do some astrophotography. It's not something I do a lot of, and something I would quite like to do a wee bit more of. Right, I really can't be bothered driving all this way. Okay, so what do you think? You've just seen the last two locations. Did you like the images? Did you not like the images? Let me know. Leave a comment down below and I will reply to your comment. So that was my Skye trip for 2021. Who knows, I may get back there later on in the year. Hopefully Tony won't be as busy and he'll be able to make it. It's nice when the two of us go away. We usually get different perspectives on the same scene, and we come out with very different results sometimes. So like and subscribe. Until next time, take care and bye.